Hey everybody, my name is Alton and welcome back to the channel. With me, as always, is Isaiah, the Urban Ninja.
Hey guys, happy to be here. Good to see you.
And I'm glad you guys are watching as well. This is Show and Tell. All right, buddy, I am so glad that you could join me once again. How have you been?
I'm good, and I'm off today. It's Veterans Day in America, so I get to join you from my house. You get to see my watch/home office watch shop going on here.
I love that. I love that watch winder you've got there. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then inside my secretary's desk, you have all my straps and other watches and stuff. So nice little setup for me to work on things.
And there's your iron for all your flat lays.
Oh yeah.
Iron beside the AC unit. All right, it's time for a wrist check. What are you wearing today?
Today I am wearing my Boulevard Hacks, the A11 style, because it's Veterans Day, so it's a little tribute on my part to the holiday.
Okay, and mine's real quick because I am not wearing a watch, and I'll explain that
later.
What's going on? Let's talk about watch news. What do you have going on?
Basically, last night I was perusing GQ, one of my favorite websites/magazines, and in watch news, turns out that Sylvester Stallone is auctioning off 5 watches from his collection.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool. I know one of them is a Panerai Lumineur, and it's this one here. And then I believe he wore this. Oh, there, it says it right there. He wore this one in the movie Daylight. And a few others he helped wear. I think one of them was from The Expendables. Probably this one here, this style. This one known as the Beast. And one of them he said, which was Rambo's, would have been Rambo's watch. So that's the only news I have, but I thought it was pretty interesting that Stallone is auctioning off for those who can afford it.
Yeah,
just click the link for details.
Yeah, that's good. How familiar are you with AliExpress?
AliExpress I'm familiar with just from when I Google search purchases. I tend to get a lot of links from AliExpress. Google being what it is, obviously mostly ads, paid ads is it's Google. But I peruse here and there for straps and things like that.
So they're having their big 11/11 sale. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to go in on a cheap watch. There's a ton of videos out right now about cheap AliExpress watches. A lot of them are 20, 30 bucks off. And these are $100, $120 watches for the most part. So you can get a great deal on a cheap watch. So here's some of the ones I've been looking at. This San Martin is one I really, really like. It's
it won't be that one though. It's no longer available.
No longer available. So that's why it's first on the list. It's no good. Then I was looking at this Parnas. This is kind of a neat looking piece.
It is.
96.
Very interesting.
96.96. That's a pretty good price. It's automatic. It's 44 mils though. It's pretty big. 44 mils. Says it has sapphire crystal, which is pretty crazy. So that's one. Now I want you to tell me which one I should buy.
Hold on, could you go to the specs again on that one there?
Yeah.
We're like complete stainless steel on the case polished 316L stainless steel case. Jeez, I might get that.
I thought you might be interested.
For $100, that's not a bad deal. It's a good looking watch.
57% off.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, next one.
Yeah, that's one. So you tell me, but the only downside, and you would like that, it's 44 mils, 14 and a half thick. That's pretty.
It's pretty thick and it's big. Yeah,
I can do that.
But it's a nice looking watch. You can pull that off.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now this one here, I know you won't like this one, and the stock photos are terrible, but I think there's a lot of potential in this one. It's got a GMT complication. It's got this nice chapter ring here.
Got the railroad, yeah.
It's kind of like something I could wear to the office.
I wouldn't necessarily discount that I don't like it. I don't think it's a bad looking watch. it's got an interesting case. Kind of reminds me of the Hamilton, the Navy,
Yeah.
a bit,
Yeah.
something similar. 42 mil. It's not a bad looking thing. Can I see that the crown again? There was a shot from the crown.
Yeah, I think that's the best.
Yeah.
It looks
Is
like a
that-
signed crown. I don't know what that blue is all about.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's sometimes you catch a watch and they have like a little piece of plastic on the end of the crown, and that's the only thing I would worry about with that one is that if that's plastic, that kind of how thick is the crown itself, the metal in the crown, because that means it might be hollow with just a piece of plastic inside of it. But other than that, it's a pretty neat looking watch. I do like the way the blue matches the dial.
I mean, look at the price. Right, 65.
Yeah, that kind of like that's like a given. I mean, if you like the watch and it's $65, well, what's shipping gonna cost you on that?
Check out this one. This one's kind of neat.
Yeah, it looks like a pilot watch though.
It's a pilot's watch with a chrono complication.
I see it.
Yeah. So, and it's got blued hands. Escapement Time does a really nice budget Flieger.
Yeah.
They make a standard one as well. Of course, I've got a few of those already. So I thought, so I thought the chrono would be interesting.
Yeah.
And it's $75. It's crazy. I mean, it's got, check it out. It's 40 mil, so it's smaller, which is also interesting.
Correct.
And
yeah.
It's sapphire crystal. And it has a Miyota quartz chronograph movement in it. So that's a grab and go beater. You can just take it anywhere.
I mean, for the price, you got some guys selling the same stuff for $400 with the same specs on it, so I wouldn't blame you if you're going for one particular one.
I got two more to show you.
Okay, go ahead.
I got two more. This one is really interesting. I've never heard of it. Bure. It's a field watch, obviously. It's got applied indices and numbers on it. It's got a neat kind of handset to it. $72. It's only showing the black one. I guess the green's all sold out.
Yeah, most likely. Unless you hit down here, the picture's underneath the main shot. There you go.
Yeah. I think the green already sold out. I know this was Jody at Just One More Watch was talking about this one. I actually would go for the black one. That's the one I like. Okay. And I think it's 42 millimeters. And then this one is really interesting. The Courget. It's like a fieldy, it's got an Oris kind of vibe to it.
It looks like an Oris. I was going to say it definitely has that vibe to it. The green is nice. The green with the silver case kind of stands out.
Yeah.
With the stainless steel. That's probably to me. This is a little too dark. And that one is, I mean, you have something that looks like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't we all?
my wife will tell you all my watches look the same.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, all our watches look the same. They're circles with 12 numbers. But
So there's the Courget, there's the Bure, there's the Escapement Time, there's the Parnas, there's the other Parnas, and then I can't get the Saint Martin. So what do you suggest? What do I buy?
I suggest you send me the link for that Parnas right there. I'm probably gonna get that right after we hang up on this call.
Yeah.
And then the Parnas. Let me see that blue Parnas again. I mean, it's a decent looking watch. The only thing again I worry about is the crown on that one, and I think let me see the Courget. The Courget in the green was the one that I thought was, that one looks the nicest to me, alongside with the other Parnas.
Okay.
I think with the other field, the Bure, was it the Bure one? I mean, it's a decent watch. It's only $72, but I mean, there's nothing really standing out about it to me, you know.
Well, and that's the
That's
thing.
it.
These things are so
Yeah.
tempting because they're cheap, but I already have 20 watches. Do I need another $80 watch?
Right, right.
And am I
And
going
if
to
it's
wear it
not
when I have a beautiful Hamilton at home, you know?
right, right. And that's one of the things with me is like you know me, my watches don't tend to look the same. You know, I try to get a wide variety of different watches because I kind of like to mix and match my style. So for me, this one doesn't really do it. And I think with the amount of watches and nice watches that you do have, this one's a waste. You know, I definitely would get one of those beaters for, you know, $75, $80, but one of the nicer ones so it stands out. You know, I think that partners would look good, you know, especially with your style of dress and whatnot. Going to the work office every day and not having to worry too much because it's $75.
Yeah. All right. Well, tune in next week and we'll find out what I did. It's time for show and tell.
All right.
I'm going to go first today. My wife has been collecting Amazon boxes at the front door every day. Boxes. We've been doing a lot of Christmas shopping. We're actually all done our Christmas shopping. And I said, you know, I was expecting a watch, but it didn't come. And she said, yeah, just Amazon. So I was looking through and she said, you know, this box here isn't an Amazon box. It is, but it had a paper taped on top of it.
Gotcha.
And I said, oh, that's it. So I opened it up and I want to show you. I bet many of you have not heard of Zenea watches, but this is actually, you have to see this. I'm looking for it. I've got it for a week and that's it. That's all I've got it for. So I have to make the most of it.
Oh, it's a review watch.
Yeah, it's a watch I have in for review. This is the box.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's a Canadian company, but it's a Swiss made watch. And I'll do a reveal. Boom. Check that out.
Nice.
Oh, it is really, really nice. So this is they call it the volcanic obsidian black. And it really is pretty. And it's a deep, deep, shiny black.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yes.
It's hard to get I have windows, lots of windows in my office, so it's hard to get.
I see the reflex. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah. The red
what
seconds hand is the same Pantone color as the Canadian flag. The maple
nice.
leaf. Yeah. And so he's incorporated that in as a Canadian nod, but it's all Swiss made. I'm going to do a review.
Bezel?
Pardon?
The bezel. What is it? Ceramic or is it stainless?
It is a ceramic bezel. So
I thought it was. It looked like it. Wow.
Yeah, it's I'll read you the specs. It is 41 millimeters, lug to lug 48 with a 20 millimeter opening for the band or the bracelet. 360 now stainless steel, of course, screw down crown, sapphire glass with anti-reflective coating on the inside. It's water resistant to 300 meters. So this is a hardcore dive watch, although it looks really
right.
pretty. It has an ETA 2824. Which is a very, very great entry-level Swiss movement. Super Luminova, BGW9. Ceramic bezel with loomed markers, numbers, and pip. So the bezel is loomed as well. And I have to say, it is stunning in person.
What's the case back like? Anything pretty back there? I'm starting to like become a real fan of case backs. So.
Has that same cool design on it.
Nice. Yes. See, that's
and the bracelet, solid end links, divers, extension.
Nice. That's a nice looking watch. You guys up in Canada are doing a lot of micro brands coming down from what I can tell.
There's
quite a few interesting micro brands coming out of up north. It's pretty exciting. All right, so I guess for my show and tell, so I'll start here. I got the Boulder, the Odyssey, Cali, and Blue, and it's a pretty hefty watch. Very thick case. It's 14.5 millimeters. It's 52 millimeters lug to lug. and it's 45 across. So it's a very hefty dive. It's very chunky.
Mhm.
It came on a leather strap, which has been a bit problematic for me. It wasn't my favorite. I don't think the issue was the strap quality, more so as being that it was a 2019 version, and I got it brand new. It's probably been sitting in the case losing moisture from the leather itself. So our buddy Matt just did a review on how to soften up your leather
Yep.
cases. So
Shout out to
I'm
Beer
going
and
to,
Watches.
yes, yes. So Matt at Beer Watches did a review on some, or not a review, but a little guide on how to soften your leather. So I'm probably going to give that give this thing a beating, but it's pretty thick. He was working with a smaller leather band, but it's a pretty nice watch. It has lume all around the dial. It's got one spot of lume on the bezel itself, right at the 12. Well, wherever you put it. And I guess that's to help you tell time. What I really dig about this is the case back. It's got this whole Odyssey Venture. I think I put up a little mini review on it on my page where I explained what every piece was.
Yeah.
It's a compass and basically has different things that you would encounter on your Odyssey jet plane and things like that. So pretty cool watch, very hefty, not for the faint at heart. And definitely a process with with trying to find the right strap for it. But on to my other show and tell. So I just wanted to run through this. Between Matt at Beer Watches and I believe Bill at Time to Go.
Bob.
Bill?
Bob at Time to Go. Shout out to Bob at Time to Go. Great
right.
channel.
So Bob just did a review on a Casio he got in. Was interesting. So kind of piqued me. You've got the G-Shock. I'm not a big fan of digital watches, but I had a couple of gift cards and I said, hey, let me just order a couple of these cheap Casios. So I grabbed this World Time one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decent looking watch. It's not much for weight, even with the stainless steel on it. It's I will say I've got plenty of tools. I've worked off all kinds of mechanical equipment. This was the biggest pain in the behind to shorten the band to fit my wrist.
All right.
So,
yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decent watch, but again, it just feels cheap. I mean, I don't expect much for $20. And full disclaimer, this is my personal opinion. Not, I'm not ragging anyone for what they like. So,
well, let's save the review for next week. I want you to show us the watches, and then we'll sit on it for a week, and you come back in a week and let us know.
Yes, because I'd like to hear what you've got to say as well. But the other one I got was the old school calculator type.
Mm-hmm. I wanted one of those when I was a kid so badly.
Yeah, I had one when I was a kid. I remember it being huge on me. It looks so small to me now. Mm-hmm. But it's very light, no backlight, nice watch, but just another one I'm going to be testing out throughout the week. And then I got this lower end G-Shock here. My light shining too much on it. I don't know if you can see that. Yep. But another lightweight resin kind of band thing going on. And I'm going to test them out, but I can tell you right now, wearing them throughout Sunday, it's not boding well for them. But I want to come back and talk about this with you again next week.
Excellent.
Full run.
Excellent, man. I'm so glad that we could do this once again. We had to take last week off because I had a man cold. And hey, thanks for joining me, buddy.
I canceled on you technically, so I apologize for canceling the Wednesday. And then you had the man cold.
Yeah, it's all good, brother. It's a long life. We'll do this many, many times.
That's it.
Yeah. So everybody join us next week if we're able to meet again. If Isaiah doesn't have a man cold, we will see what I did with the watch purchase, and Isaiah will update us on his Casios and how he's loving those. Everybody, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.